Hello, warriors, and welcome to another week with me, Susie Barola, a certified life and wellness coach. I work with moms and some dads to help them find freedom in their life from reactivity and really just emotional empowerment. We look at all 5 pillars of wellness. The wellness starfish, I was going to say, but that's my thing. But 5 pillars of wellness. You can look at my blog post from last week to dig into more of what they are, but we look at those in addition to sort of the back framework of recognizing that the thoughts that we focus on create the feelings that we feel in our life. And depending on how we feel, we're going to act a certain way, and our actions lead to the results that we see in our life. And so we really have a lot more power than we think over ourselves. And when I realized all the power I have over what I'm feeling, I felt empowered, and that is how I got into this business. So thank you for joining me. This week is all about January and clearing clutter, simple things we can do and why that's important. In January, it's usually a time when we clean and clear out things and look for fresh starts. December tends to be a month of excess gifts, excess food, excess drinks, excess outing, excess spending. This means by the time January rolls around, if you're like most of us, we are feeling overwhelmed and constrained. Maybe our house feels like it's closing in on us because of the extra gifts or decorations that came with the holidays. Maybe our body feels constrained in the clothes that used to fit in November, but because of the extra eating and the extra drinking are no longer as comfortable. A lot of New Year's resolutions that are set have to do with clearing out things that constrict us or constrain us. Extra weight, extra spending, extra drinking, etc. Clutter in our physical life clutters our brain. What's going on around us affects what's going on inside of us. This is a common theme with me in my blogs, a common theme with the clients. What's going on around you, the people around you affect you. The food around you affects you. The things, the actual clutter, and I'm just looking around, I'm filming in my son's room who's home from college, and he's got some things here, and those things clutter you. So let's first figure out why. Why does having less in our lives make our life feel so much more? Why does having less feel like more? More free, more joyful, more calm. Quite simple, actually. The less we own, the less we think about. The less we need to clean. The less we need to organize. The less we have to think about who to give it to when we no longer need it. The less we have to remember about it. Oh, do I need to water that plant? Oh, do I need to take that to the dry cleaners? Essentially, the less it weighs on our mind. The less clothes, the less tablecloths, the less kitchen gadgets we have, the less we have to think about which to use. Think about how the more you have, the more decisions you need to make. Consider your morning decision. You wake up and you look in your closet and you're like, do I wear the blue, the green, the pink, the red, or the purple sweater? Okay, let's say green. Okay, now wait. Do I wear the green with the buttons, or do I wear the green with the ruffly sleeves, or do I wear the green with the wide neck, or the green, the one with the stain? It may seem trivial, but it's not, because we're using all that mental energy to figure out what to even walk out of our bedroom in. And we wake up in the morning with a certain amount of mental energy and a certain number of decisions that our brain is able to make. If we use our decision-making power on our sweaters and what to have for breakfast, when it comes time to make more what I deem important decisions, like whether to sign our kids up for a tutor, or if you're parents, you need to make the decision about moving your parents into assisted living, your brain is fried. You're like, I don't know, but I'm wearing a green sweater. Seriously, minimize the decisions you need to make on routine things by simply minimizing the things that you have. Let's focus on, and so we talked about the why, let's focus on the how. How do you do this, Susie? Okay, Susie, so great idea, but how do I minimize? You actually can do it. I'm not asking you to just own 5 things in your life. We can do it pretty simply, and let's look at these, speaking of 5 areas in your life to look at. first, start in your bedroom. Which of your clothes do you actually wear? Which are you saving for some odd reason? People usually save things for 2 reasons. 1, the unknown future, or 2, guilt. So, unknown future. If you hear yourself say, maybe one day, or what if, that means you're saving it for the future. And in my rule book, that means it goes in the bag for goodwill. Yep. If you're saving it for when you lose those 10 pounds, get rid of it now. When you've lost those 10 pounds, you'll want to wear something else. And looking at it every day reminds you of a goal that you haven't achieved yet. That is not great for self-confidence. If you're saving it because maybe one day you'll get invited to that garden formal event where the sidewalks are covered in red carpets and that dress would be perfect, again, goodwill bag. If or when you do get invited to that, you'll want to wear something different, I bet. Okay. Second reason we often hold on to things is guilt. So many of us save things because someone gave it to us, or someone gave it to us, or it cost a lot. Okay. So if you're saving a sweater that your Aunt Molly gave you and you think, what would she think if I got rid of it? Ask yourself, when is the last time that Aunt Molly was up looking around in your closet? And if your answer to that is frequently or just yesterday, then you need to set some boundaries there. Okay. But if you do not like the item, it is eating up mental space in your world. If you're saving it because you spent an ungodly sum of it and you've only worn it once or not at all, still, sorry, get rid of it. Looking at it reminds you of a poor decision you made, and it's really not necessary to continually beat yourself up. Think of the people that could get benefit of it from goodwill and do not have that mental just mind game looking at it and feeling like crud. You live, you learn, and then you donate. All right? Second place I'd like you to bring attention to when you're clearing clutter is your kitchen. How many can openers do you really need? How many serving spoons? Getting a divorce was one of the best things that could have happened for my clutter. I left my house with very little, and so when purchasing new for this rental, I didn't buy 12 serving spoons to replace the 12 that I had left with my ex. I bought one serving spoon, one spatula, one set of tongs, one cookie tray. When I needed more, I would either buy more, or what would usually happen is I would figure out how to make do with just one. Look around your kitchen. How many cookbooks do you really need? I know when I want to make something new, I don't open a cookbook. I usually open Google. Seriously. How often do you use that mini loaf bundt pan? What is on your countertops? What do you use weekly? Put away or get rid of the rest. Clutter on your countertops clutters your brains. Truth. When in doubt, throw it out. The third area I'd like you to look is at your phone. Yep, your phone. Which apps do you have on your phone? Which apps do you use daily or weekly? Get rid of the rest. Get rid of them. You do not need further reasons to get on your phone. You don't. I rarely hear of someone that's like, oh, I need to use my phone more often. No, get off of it. Get the apps off that you don't use. And do you have Facebook on your phone? That's a good one. I have a worksheet in my blog. If you click on it, there's a link there that I've given clients that helps them clarify whether to keep that specific app on their phone or not. I vote not, but you can come to your own conclusions. And if you're an adult, you do not need more than one game on your phone. Sorry, even one's pushing it. Your days will be happier if instead of looking to your phone for entertainment or for joy, you simply look up and look around and you're like, hey, someone want to play a game? You could count the leaves on a tree. So many of those games are like, catch the leaf before, catch the ball, get the ball bouncing. Why don't you go outside and try to catch the leaf before it falls on the ground? Send me a picture. I would freaking love that. Okay. The fourth area we're going to look is at our meals. Simplify your meals. M-E-A-L-S. Yes, choose one breakfast to have on weekdays and one for weekends. That way, when you go downstairs, you don't waste your mental energy thinking, what will I have for breakfast this morning? Instead, you think, get out the spinach, get out the eggs, go. This also helps with maintaining or losing weight, ideally. Instead of making the decision about what to eat in the moment that you're hungry, surrounded by temptation, you've already made it. Same with lunch and snacks. The more you make a decision ahead of time, the less you'll eat impulsively. Choose something that works best for your body and energy, and do that, period. Decide and do. Also, the less you have to buy. You don't have to buy like 4 kinds of cereal and oatmeal. If you know you're having eggs for breakfast, go. Just buy eggs. Yay. 5th place, finally, the wallet. Yep. This isn't so much about clearing the actual clutter from your wallet. However, if you do have a lot of clutter in your wallet, please clear it out. This is more about proaction. Clearing your wallet is about not buying shit that you'll need to clear out later from your house. Which stores tempt you? Don't go in. All right, just don't go in. I know if I walk into Lululemon, I'm going to find something that 5 minutes ago I didn't even know existed, but suddenly in that moment I must have. Like, it's a necessity. How have I gotten by without it? Or the Container Store. Oh, I don't know what I'm going to put in that container, but I need to have it. So I stay out. I just don't go in. I'm sorry. Which catalogs tempt you? Stop them from coming to your house. In my blog, I put some links on there. Great places where I was able to go and sign up my address. And I think I get one catalog that I just take. It's the Vineyard Vines, and my body's like, look at it, Susie, and I'm like, no, and I just put it in recycling. I don't know, they must know that weakness in me, but I don't get any other catalogs because these 2 services have helped me, and again, that's in my blog. But when you're in a store, when you're actually in the store, say you find yourself in that Lululemon or you find yourself in another store and you're getting tempted, ask yourself, do I need this or do I want this? Okay, do I really need this extra serving platter or extra tablecloth or extra sweater or am I just saying I need this? Often what I'll say, okay, Susie, you'll come back next week and get it. If you really need it, then you'll still need it then, all right? Or before going to the store, I make a list, and especially like a store like Target, I make a list of 10 things. I can't even go to Target until I have 10 things that I need to get there, because otherwise I go and I always get 10 anyhow, even if I only need 2 things. So make the list and go. I have a rule when I'm shopping online that I keep things in my cart for at least 24 hours. I like to say a week, but 24 hours is a minimum before purchasing. And you know what usually happens? Either I forget that I even had it in the cart, like I forget that I was on the Loft site and saw these awesome leggings and put them in my cart and I'll just forget about it. Or I go back and I'm like, yeah, no, not really feeling the need anymore, and I decide not to purchase. It's helped me tremendously. So looking at your wallet, you're really trying to look at, like, proactively, what do I not even buy in the first place? Do I need that little table? I mean, we buy so many things there, and it's just, if we don't buy them, we don't have them. The less we buy, the less we have to take care of. The less we have to wash, the less we have to organize, the less we have to give away later. So start today. Start small, all right? Set a timer for 10 minutes is what I would suggest, 10 minutes each day this week, and choose one of those 5 areas or the 4 areas, because the wallet's really proactive when you're out. But set a timer for 10 minutes, and each day just spend 10 minutes in that area. 10 minutes in your closet, 10 minutes in your kitchen, 10 minutes in your fridge looking around. What food don't you need and what food don't you eat? Let me know what's going on or anything that you learn about yourself. What's hard to give away? What excuses do you come up with to hold on to something you don't use? The less items we have, the less we need. The less we need to spend, the less we need to buy, the less we need to clean, the less we need to feel guilty about not wearing or not using. When in doubt, throw it out. It's one of my favorite things. Let's go, warriors. If this resonates with you, check out my 10-day cleanse for conscious living. One of the days we cleanse ourselves of clutter, but we also, other days we look at other areas of our life where we can cleanse. It's really been helpful for clients and they like it. Just sort of the less clutter, the calmer our brain. We've talked before about all the thoughts that are zinging around in our head, and if we can sort of rein those in too, it's helpful. But my 10-day conscious cleanse is on sale for the month of January, and it's really a popular one with clients. All right, guys, What can you clear from your house today, or your mind, or your life? Clear the clutter. What's happening externally is showing up internally. Go get 'em, warriors.